not firing shots. Like let's say if Slap D featured Princess Natasha Chansa, who I think is like a very dope artist. That song would like really blow. And like,
he actually did.
Yeah, he actually did. Yeah, so I was literally about to tell you.
Are you serious?
I was literally about to say that.
Oh my god.
I was gonna be like.
And I thought I listened to Zambian music. What's the name of the song?
I don't know, but it's on.
But they have. Yeah, it's on his album.
Oh snap! I've actually heard it. Kwela.
Wow.
Kwela.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I should have chosen another example.
Yes.
No, okay. Like okay. We're scrapping that example, but we'll keep it still. Anyway. But anyway, Thursday I was coming from somewhere, went to Levy, took a piece from there, then decided I was going to his place that was in Thorn Park. So from Levy, took a piece, went to Thorn Park like this. Went there, chowed lunch with him, shot like a few videos. Then I was going to the bus stop now. Then I saw like this old man was like calling me. So I was like, it's probably one of my uncles or something. Yeah. Then I like reached there to greet him, and he just tells me, your zip is down. Like, say I hate you for that.
Bro, how
from
did
Thorn
you do this, man?
that my zip was down, man. Well, anyway.
You're supposed to know that, bro.
I said I'm supposed to check out your own. Like, is this guy okay?
Phrasing.
Okay, check out your own.
You know how I comport myself when such things happen?
But wait, from Levy to Thorn Park to
what would I be doing looking at you?
hello, even.
Think about that.
Yeah, that's a very, very good question.
Okay, that's a good question. But still more, even deep to the filling station, we met that on there.
But if you think about it, like even the way we were walking, I wasn't walking like like that, no. I was just walking like
still more, you should have told me. You should have told me, man. You should have told me.
You didn't feel some air going down there?
Nothing. Now they're seeing me, chicks are looking at me. I'm like, I'm
hello. Maybe they were looking at something else.
Exactly.
You know what I just tell people whenever I found like my zip, like they say, your fly is down. I just tell them, the car is too big, the garage can close.
Bro.
Okay.
But anyway,
sweet advice from bro.
Welcome to the Right Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Right, and today we have a special guest with us in the studio, the one, the only, DJ Mouffin.
That's good.
This episode of the Right Podcast is sponsored by Square One Zambia. Square One is a company offering creative business solutions that include website design. At some point as a startup, you need a website for automation of some tasks. Brand design. Jeff Bezos says, your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Physical branding, social media management, and much more. If you're a startup or an already established company looking to grow your brand name, remember all businesses have to start from square one. Connect with us on the pages listed on the screen and let's grow together.
That's good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here.
We're happy to be here.
We are glad to host you.
Talk to me, son. Talk to me.
So just tell us a bit about yourself and what you do, what keeps you, why are you called Mouffin? Tell us the details, we want to know the scoop.
Yes, I am a drug dealer. I also,
my plug.
I'm like Pablo Escobar in Zambia. But anyways.
He gives that for sale. His number is 097.
No, you don't know my place, but it's okay. I know where you sleep at night. So anyways, my name is DJ Mouffin. I am a storyteller. So the name Mouffin came when I was doing this.
Sweet like a muffin.
Like we're not sweet. We lift people's mood. So at the time I was working at my church as a sound engineer, and there's this program that used to be called VBS. So it's like Vacation Bible School. Yeah. So it was like a program where kids would come through and they would just get to know about God and dance. And so every single time I would play music for them, they would like call me different names, and Mouffin is the one that stuck the most because I don't know, I felt very happy when I heard the name, and I was like, that's a cool name, I'm going to stick to it. But then I need to give people like a better reason than just like the kids giving me that name. So
that is the best reason why
Yeah,
kids giving you that.
It definitely is.
Because kids are like very honest people.
Yeah.
Would have said DJ Big Head, DJ Big Nose, like, okay,
Just call me DJ Mouffin, like,
Exactly.
you know, I'm sweet. But then I also realized that the name, like whenever I ate muffins, you know, my mood was like always uplifted. So I wanted to be in a position to lift other people's moods through music, which is an element where I express myself very well.
Okay.
So generally I make music,
Yeah.
I write my songs, I come up with melodies,
nice.
and then I look for artists to basically fit that particular song and then release the song. So yeah, you could call me like an Avicii or like
The Calvin Harris, David Guetta of Zambia.
yes, that's right.
But no, you're the DJ Muffin of
Exactly,
Zambia.
that's
Of
right,
not only
that's
Zambia,
right.
of the world.
Yes,
of the world.
yes,
of the
yes.
world, of
I
the
want to
world.
make some killer tunes.
Exactly. Have you ever tried to like get one of your songs on the radio or TV or anything like that?
At the moment, no. Mostly because I feel like I'm mostly focused on the creative aspect of making music. And it's like I'm sort of doing everything on my own, like the marketing, the making of the songs, like writing, beat making, looking for people, mixing, and so it's pretty much like
Was they're doing everything.
exactly. So because of that, it's like most of my strengths are directed towards the creative aspect of making music and not the marketing aspect. So that's why most of my music hasn't been pushed yet. But I'm working on building a team that can help me.
We are
that.
here.
That's right.
We
Yes.
are here.
Yes.
And about this time, we're going to talk about our sponsor.
Yes.
But yeah,
Bro!
we have not smoked anything today.
Don't worry. This is generally how we are. So, yeah.
But anyway, so but other than that, like what projects have you done?
So I have worked on a song with an artist called Josh the Artist. It's a song called Together. It's a love song, you know, like we love love, we love to give people love, even though sometimes you can die.
My love.
I'm sorry. I was talking to this babe the other day. Anyways, Bookie.
Let's continue the story. She beamed you.
Bruh, you know, where you give all the love, you give everything you have.
But she was wanting more or wanting less.
Well, it both.
How?
Basically-
How can you want more?
Basically.
What do you want?
Right, you know, it's like when someone's giving you all the attention and you're like, I've never had this before. And then all of a sudden they just ghost you. You're like, ah. So, yeah, so basically that's more honest. But anyways, that's generally that. So working on building a team that can help me with the marketing and the business aspect of my music. Oh snap! I forgot where I was. I was answering the projects. Okay, cool. I'll keep on answering, and then you find a way to edit. So
now I'm going to put you today.
So
And be thinking, what gosh, it's what?
yeah, definitely. So then there's another song which has like an amapiano type of feel, but with like my muffin touch to it.
That sweet touch.
Yeah, you know, just like I just make everything sound sweet.
But there's
and good.
something about amapiano, bro, which is I think the log drums. I'm like,
And those trumpets in the back, so it's like,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
they really like make me feel good. So
Yeah.
that song is it's called Captain. It's a song about it's love, but not love in the sense of like not in the sense of romance, but love in the sense of family. Like you know, basically being in a place where you feel like, you know, as a guy, when you have so many responsibilities being put on you. It's like, can I actually manage this? Like, I have to like focus, I have to make money, I have to
The
provide
amount
for
of
my
pressure in a way
family.
also.
Exactly, and it's like, you don't want to be close to your family and some of your friends anymore because you feel like whenever you're around them, that pressure comes. But then at the same time, without having the right discussions with them, you kind of feel trapped and you don't have like the proper way to like deal with those emotions. So that song is basically just talking about how people feel estranged from their family because of the love of money and trying to make money a better way for them to live.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's pretty much what the song is about.
I was just vibing to it. I didn't know why I was feeling happy. That's the reason behind it.
Yes.
Wow.
So generally, that's those are the projects that I've put out. I have like many other projects that I still haven't put, but.
Because you have played for me, I don't know how many beats before, but I'm just like, this is fire. This is fire, Molino, just here. But why aren't you dropping? Why aren't you dropping is the question.
I'm not dropping. I get that question a whole lot. You know? I feel like part of it is because I think I would call myself a perfectionist. Like I want it to sound as good as it sounds in my head, but also I don't want it to be a situation where when I do blow up, I don't
speak with confidence when you blow.
When it blows.
You had getting him back on this show.
Not really. You're my homie, so I got to. Even bro, my bad, you know. So
bro is in the background.
Yeah, he's even laughing. It's like he's wearing this purple hoodie. So cool, man. like a thug. But
the coolest guy on the streets.
He's a gentle thug. That's right. So there's a perfectionism, but also the aspect of when it does blow, I want to be able to get people through the entire process without having to explain so much. Like, you know, everything has to be
just at least easy. Like once they just hear something, just be like, he's talking about this, talking about that.
Yeah.
Because I've also seen like the creative process is quite challenging, man. Let's say you have like the idea, you have an idea or concept, then you're like, okay, let me put it into a beat.
Right.
Then you play the beat and then like, people are going to understand this.
Exactly.
Are they ready for this? Are they ready for this sound? Are they ready for this idea? Then you're like, should I do this? Then that doubt starts coming into your mind.
And that's the thing also about the market, creative market in Zambia, creative market, I would say in Zambia and maybe some of Southern Africa. Generally, the arts are viewed as, like something you do as a hobby or something that people who have failed to do, like, really prestigious degrees.
Because that's actually true. I was actually seeing one of my friends, he was posting something during the course of this week. What was he saying? He was saying, I wish, what did he say exactly? I wish accountants and doctors, I wish creatives was taken as serious as accountants as doctors. Like our country is not supporting the creative industry, and I think that also is contributing to how we're like consuming a lot of foreign content.
Right.
Because we're not supporting our local creative content makers. Because imagine if we supported like let's say the filmmakers here. Would be exporting films.
Exactly.
We'll be thinking about, let's start exporting copper, gold, what? We can use our minds. You can use our minds, because I think that's like the greatest resource which God has given us, which we can use. But otherwise, do you think like as creatives, the creatives who we have met and who we have dealt with, do you think we support each other a lot? Or do you think there's enough support from like each other in the creative community?
The support is okay. It's not at its best. It could be better, because at least now you have some record labels trying to get people together to do stuff. But I still generally feel like
I have 2 more coughs, guys.
COVID. You need to get that shot.
I have 2 more coughs to go.
The next time you cough, we're calling the ambulance.
I have 2 more.
Okay, cool. So, basically, I feel like when the bigger dogs in the music industry do get to that level of being called the big dogs,
the kings.
Yes, the kings, basically. It kind of feels like it just tends to be about business. So it's like they just stray from, we've built ourselves in music. How can we actually pour into the younger generation or the upcoming generation, because they're not going to be there for forever. And even if they do stay for a very long time, how are they putting in the effort to actually see the music scene grow?
Exactly.
Like that's one thing I've really failed to see in like a lot of musicians, both gospel, secular, although I don't like to classify the genres, but gospel, secular, you know, whatever genre, like when you have a pioneer in that genre in Zambia, it just feels like
It's about them.
It's about them, and so the support is less. And even with the other people who are upcoming but still have like a good following, it just tends to be more about the following as opposed to, okay, how am I actually, what's my character like as an artist? How am I influencing people? Am I just making disposable songs that are going to be club bangers, or that are just going to be like, oh yeah, songs that we used to like, you know, remember? Because I believe, for example, that any record that I can listen to that's maybe 5 to 10 years old and still feel the same way and still feel that enjoyment is a great record. Exactly, you know,
Exactly.
So now, going back to the question of are we supporting or supportive of each other, I feel like it's there but not enough. Like there's people who do support, but you have to really work hard and prove yourself in order to even be considered.
Yeah, because I think that's what generally has to happen.
Yeah.
Though, like here, the work which you have to do is like, I think maybe 5 times what everyone else has to do around the world. Because I also think like, let's take for example like the American scene, or America, Canada, or just generally abroad. If like let's say an upcoming artist does like one song which blows, usually see they get co-signed by another artist and that helps them blow. Now here I don't really see that happening a lot, or even at all.
It's rare. Like the famous example of that happening, I think in Canadian and American scene, is this song, is it Jalebi Baby?
Oh yes,
yeah. So
Jalebi Baby.
That's actually like a song. That song is so hard, man.
It's like it's gonna be in my head very soon.
The guy released the jam because I was literally watching an interview. I always forget it. Tesher, Tesher is his name. Yeah. So he literally wrote the song and did it in Punjabi there. And then when Jason Derulo heard the jam, he was like, "Dude, I like the tune. Let me hop on this record."
That's also the thing. I don't think like when you're doing music, I don't think language matters. It's just the vibe, the melody, the rhythm, which people are interested in.
Yeah, and so you find that when you get a lot of that, it really it does something for like the generation, because for Tesher, it's created this, I would say, new genre for him, because his music is not necessarily consumed by like the mainstream, but now it is because of Jason Derulo hopping. And I feel like if we had more of that in Zambia, that would definitely like improve the music scene, the art scene, and it would really just, you know, because everything is also about the culture, man. Like everything that we do shows the culture that we also have.
Because I guess take for example, not firing shots, like let's say Slap D featured Princess Natasha Chansa, who I think is like a very dope artist. That song will like really blow, and like
he actually did.
Yeah, he actually did. Yeah, so I was literally about to tell you.
Are you serious?
I was literally about to say that.
Oh my god!
I was just gonna be like,
and I thought I listened to Zambian music. What's the name of the song?
I don't know, but it's on.
But they have. Yeah, it's on his album.
Oh, snap! I've actually heard it. Kwela.
Wow.
Kwela.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I should have chosen another example.
Yes.
No, okay. Like, okay. Was scrapping that example, but we keep it still. Anyway. Completely unknown. Like, let's say if, like, Slappy is just going through, because such people are not usually found, like, on radio or what. If let's say he's just going through his comments, people usually comment like, "No, boss, check out my song, check out my what." If he just goes through one of those, I'm sure he can find something something decent, and you just be like, "Let me hop onto this." Because even what's his name? The allegations actually about this guy Yo Maps, him stealing one of the songs he did with this guy. J-Max, the song Fipangu Sule. So he allegedly he was working with some upcoming artists. So he was like, big man, hop on the jam. That's when the guy was like, you have to pay me this amount. Allegedly. Don't quote me for saying this. But anyway, he got like a large amount, or going to be a large amount of money. Okay, like one pin is a lot. So he got like that one pin, gave it to Yomaps. I think he gave him the hook and the beat. Then Yomaps heard the song. He was like, he's vibing to it. Then this guy, J-Max, I think walked into the studio and heard the song. I was like, let me spit a verse on it, and that's how he got the song. And the other young artist was just killed completely. Yeah. So like that.
So the young artist got the one pin?
No, Yomax got the one pin.
Oh, okay. So they are, brother, that's how the music industry is, bro.
No, it's supposed to grow like that. Busy fighting for more one pins.
So, okay, but anyway,
when they're doing big partnerships with millions of kwacha.
But I feel like, I always like I don't trust people, but at the same time, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Like I always have to ask myself, like, what's the motive behind this? Like, I feel like the young artist might have didn't believe in himself as much as to be like, okay, let me put this song out myself, or if I'm going to get a feature, I can get the feature, but
no, but I wanted to get the feature from a big artist like Now Sati Blows. Because now imagine if he was on that one. That song actually blew. I think that was 2019, 2020. The song actually blew.
Okay, but why didn't he sue?
He's struggling, man. He's struggling. Where was he from? If I'm not mistaken, he was from...
Obviously, sounds like...
Not Cow. Wow. He was from, what's that? Not Chazanga, Mandevu. I think he was from Mandevu.
Crazy stuff. I really hope that's not the case. I really hope this guy...
Yeah, but allegedly, by the way, allegedly.
Yeah, it's sorting it out, bro. Scamming each other. And I really know how people take advantage of each other, especially in the creative industry. Like, I've been screwed over so many times, where you do some work for big names. Like you say, I did this, and then you expect something in return, money-wise, and then people just turn off their phones. I'm like, what's the story?
Exactly.
And it's really discouraging, especially if you want to have an industry grow. It's pretty sad. Although I've also had people who believed in us, the young ones. So it's a 70-30 type of thing, You have to keep on pushing. But I digress. What were you guys talking about?
Bro. Now after I've asked that, I've been confused me. But anyway, this will come. I'll ask another question also in relation to what we've just been talking about. Just during the course of this week, I saw one of the DJs who I follow on Facebook. He posted something about upcoming artists. You can send me songs, and I think I'll play it or something like that. Then I tagged one of my friends. Unfortunately, it wasn't you. So sorry.
No, it's okay.
So I tagged him in that, and I was like, shoot your shot. Then I tagged him on Facebook, but he called me. I was like, why? Let's stick to one platform. Anyway, so he called me and told me, I've done this before. I've done it actually so many times, but these DJs actually want money from us to do that. So what are your thoughts about that? If someone's do you think it's right for upcoming artists to pay for their songs to be on radio, or what? Or what?
Okay. So generally, I don't know so much about music in terms of plays in radios. So I can't give a lot of details on that. But my opinion is if the particular DJ made an offer or a request for people to send their songs to be played, that means there's some form of what's the word, it's supposed to be free, you asked people to say, hey, send me your songs. So if you wanted,
you didn't say you should pay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very misleading.
Exactly. So if you wanted, if for example you said, okay, hey, send me your songs, I'm gonna pick the top 5 best songs or best artists, and we're gonna do either a show, I'm gonna play these songs and get them plays. That's on a different level. But like if an artist went to the DJ and say, hey, I need you to play my songs, and then you know like you work at a radio station and you have rates, I think that's more feasible, plausible than you as the DJ offering, you know, because at the end of the day, the people that actually make records blow a whole lot more are DJs, you know, like in radio stations or just different places when you get people platform, you give people the platform to, you know, like listen.
Not every time you just go on the radio, just say Kalandanya music promotion. Kalandanya, like literally you can go to 4 radio stations and just get the same thing.
KPM or KMP, yeah.
KMP, like
the money.
Exactly.
The money for the promotion.
that means they're just paying on the DJs to play their songs, huh? Now what about the upcoming artists? So what are they going to do?
But that's also the thing about the industry where I think I talked about the support. I feel like some of the kings, I would say big dogs because I don't know why I stick to that term, but the big people in the music have noticed how hard their come up was.
The one their come up also to be like everyone else's come up.
Yeah.
It's character development, bro.
We're not like this.
No, so like
Question, Pompey, why are you like this? Pompey, why?
Exactly. But it's like in the come up and they're like, okay, so the struggle in making money.
But I love you, Pompey.
Chichi said everything, I didn't say. But anyways, so in that regard, it's like if money is so hard to find within the music industry, we need to like come up with like different ways to like keep this money to ourselves. So whatever business deals are gonna come through, we're gonna do that. Now, it's very hard for like the upcoming to build because the people are only thinking about how can we better ourselves, our families. I mean, part of it is like, okay, yeah, that's understandable, but very few people have the vision to actually see people or artists to grow.
So like, yeah, just pick them up and just put them like that.
Yeah.
Because like there's, like recently, I think it was just this guy, the way Macky too picked up your maps.
Yeah.
He gave a shout out on his Facebook and like shot the video for finally with him and did the song with him for free and he actually got him from Kawe.
Yeah.
Not that I'm like praising him because I don't like him. I don't like him. But anyway,
Mark 2 actually like really Mark 2. I've seen Mark 2 like this is like from the personal the people.
I haven't met him, but I respect
from the people that I know like personally. He actually really supports upcoming business people. Like even if you're not in the music industry, even if you're in film or if you're just like a designer or something like that, he really like reaches out, and that's one thing I respect about him. Mark 2 still thinks like a broke person that wants to get rich.
Oh, and that's actually good. That's how you stay rich.
Mark 2 doesn't like fly above every. You know how those thing where like you can associate with people, but you still have that respect. Like, oh, this is the tap. There are those people who feel like if I associate with these people, because I'm on Derulo or I'm on Malawi. But with Mark 2, he always, from what I've seen, like the people he chooses. Even some of my boys, the guys that I know, he's always very like supportive. Like,
but then chow money from them, or
I don't think so.
Or maybe like they work out like a certain percentage.
I don't think so.
Because he's built, he has the money.
Remember King Talk, the guy we met on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
He actually shared his video. The video.
No, are you serious?
Yeah, like Mark 2 shared it, like, yo, this is so creative on his page, like such a creative video.
And that's what he likes doing, and that's what they actually upload for him.
Like his King Talk, the video that came out of Nubia, like it's actually really fun.
I need to even check that video out.
You check it out. It's really fun, but like that's something that I've seen Mark 2 do consistently. Like even a few youngsters, designers and things like that, he also like supports them. Yeah, like I really respect that about him.
Yeah, because
I haven't seen any other artists, even the gospel artists, I haven't seen them do that.
that's what I was saying. Bumpy, then a Mark 44
Wow.
Why are you supporting others? Okay, maybe they're doing it in the background, I don't know.
But also, here's another take. Like, why should you, like, if you're an artist, right, and if you are on the come up and you like what you do, you love what you do, why don't you hustle to get to the top? Because, you know, nothing will be handed to you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether support, whether, you know, money, you always have to hustle for what you do.
No, like in the situation of Z, like why you try to hustle like this? Try to put your song on radio, you see you're getting blocked, you have to pay like let's say 2p. And let's say that's your budget which you had, like I want to shoot the video for 2p.
Okay.
Now what are you going to do? Like each time you try to progress, you hit a roadblock. Try to progress, you hit the roadblock. Though life is like that, you hit things supposed to go, but
true,
I think in Z there are like too many roadblocks we hit.
I see, I understand that. But also, this is how I see it. Like what you're saying is true, but there's also another perspective to look at it. Look at it at, like, you know, these people that have already made it. How did they make it? You know, these guys who came from nothing. Like, have you seen pictures of Slappy, bro? Like when he was in material.
The one they saw recently.
Have you seen pictures of, you know?
This on T-shirt he was posting like that challenge that I met
him earlier.
Hey, it was bad. It was bad.
I laughed, man.
Yeah,
It was
bro,
bad.
Like, okay, I understand that as if you've gone through the struggle, you have to make it easier for other people in order for you to grow the industry. But at the same time, you know, these upcoming youngsters, so to say, also have to have that mentality of resilience. Like you say, okay, you know what, even if this guy won't come through for me, I have to make it on my own.
Well, they have to have like a contingency plan or something.
You know, I like, as much as these guys don't really owe anyone support.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
They
true.
want to make money as well. Even nobody owes us anything unless it was like an agreement.
Yeah.
You say, okay, if you pay me, like the same situation you told me about the Kawe artist. You know, if you come up with a contract, yes, but if it starts like on the come up, bro, like, hey, bro, nobody owes you anything. These guys also have their own pressures, but also still you also have to have that charitable mindset. So there's two ways to look at it.
Okay.
I like the perspective you brought, even from where we're coming from the questioning. I would like to say this though. I feel like that's an interesting perspective because the fact that nobody actually owes us anything should give us like that drive to say, okay, look, listen, I need to push and make sure that in my marketing all my bases are covered, in reaching out to people, in my production, everything is covered, so that, you know, like, because there's many ways to advertise your music, many platforms, so it's like, it's just that in Zambia, if we're gonna classify music differently, for example, we have like the Kopala music, which is like blowing so much right now. Very few people rather, most of the people that consume that music are people, you could say, from the ghetto, for lack of a better term. And so...
but like, people really support the Kopala
they
music.
do. That's very true. That's very true.
There's a club band.
Exactly.
There's one time... There's one time when me, my brother, my family, but not the parents, like me and my brothers and sisters went out for some type of a road trip. It wasn't really far. And one of these Kopala songs were playing. Bro, I was shocked that my sisters knew the song.
Wait,
they really are.
I'm like, yo,
No.
this was...
For real.
Like that's why it's like, I love the heritage that they're pushing in their music, but what I think I'm trying to say is the highest consumers of that music came from the ghetto before it actually started blowing like as club bangers for everybody else. And so
So we'll have to do a song which touches the ghetto.
literally.
No, but that's the thing though, like, I've seen people in the ghetto enjoy Rick Ross. Like, really, like, listen to Rick Ross. You remember Talk Backyards?
Yeah. Dude, there's a guy who I met. I have a funny story about Tupac. There's a guy who I met, I think that was in Nyambe when I was doing the Airtel booth there. So, there was like, the booth was here, then there was like a restaurant and like 4 taverns. So now the music from the tavern was really loud. So he like, the song Tupac I play, we never spoke a single word in English. He did word for word for Tupac. I was like, how is that possible?
I think it's all about the influence that people have. So, but the main point that I'm trying to drive at is sometimes people either lack the vision for where the music is supposed to go, and then they expect things to be handed to them, right?
Yeah.
And so that ends up being a situation where you're like, the big artists want to support you, but it's like, okay, what do you have to show us? And when it's like, okay, it's like that meme where like in the picture she's a bomb, but in real life she's a flame. So that's kind of like the situation.
Okay, true.
So I feel like people need to develop and build on that vision.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because you can't really support like an artist who doesn't really have anything. Like let's say if I was like I don't know why Pompey's name is on my list. No, I love him and Mark 44's new song, which you should definitely check out. But let's say like any big artist really. If they want to support you and they check you out online and just see, okay, 1, your profile is not done properly. 2, like there's literally no content which you have. Just have like 1 song and just keep on inboxing him. Check out my song, but you only have 1 thing. He can't really rate you on how versatile you are, or he can't really like guide you properly. Like, no, this is how you have to make this sound. This is how you can make this sound, because you just have like that 1 sound. Yeah. So at this moment, we just take a short commercial break. Bing, bing.
This episode of The Right Podcast is sponsored by Square One Zambia. Square One is a company offering creative business solutions that include website design, brand design. So why don't you make a good first impression and set up your brand well? Physical branding, social media management, and much more. If you're a startup or an already established company looking to grow your brand name, remember all businesses have to start from square one. Connect with us on the pages listed on the screen and let's grow together.
Alright.
Hey.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, my hands have to be like this. My dance. Oh, so we're back.
What it do?
Yeah, we're playing Captain by DJ Mouffin featuring Hannah Nyambe. Please check it out on YouTube, and I'll just post the link in the description below. Hey, I actually disliked it, bro. No, I've liked it again. I've liked it.
Wow.
Guys, this video doesn't have any dislikes. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome back.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here. You
played
my song.
Okay, please, just sign here. There's a check there for you. Oh my God! Our first signing.
Yeah.
I'm
practicing for the future.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask this question, but first I'll just give like a short history. Like Zambia. Obviously, it's a country, and we obviously have our own sound.
Right.
We have the sound of Kalindula, and like let's say in I think the 70s or the 80s, we actually started even exporting that sound. We created the genre of Zamrock. So now after that, we had artists like I don't know that is an artist or like the album which is called The Witches or something.
Right.
Then there's Pongozi, Pikechala, all those guys. So they like pioneered a genre which I think has gone quiet. Though we can say, what's his name? This guy who calls himself the new version Kalindula. What's that guy's name?
Matu is on the new version Kalindula, bro.
Is Matu the new? No, Zafunika, the king of Kalindula or something.
Oh.
God, there's someone who calls himself that, but it's not really Kalindula per se. It's like The Dunka, they do.
That's Mark 2, bro, I can tell you.
So it's not Mark 2.
Mark 2 is, he literally says it on one of his songs.
The new
version, King of the New Version Kalindula.
It's not Mark 2, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I think it's the song that he featured Afunika on.
Because Afunika is the one. I'm telling you.
So
but anyway,
you guys put Mumba Yachi.
Put Mumba Yachi?
Yeah.
What genre does he do first?
I've passively listened to his music. I would probably...
Because of you, I'm an auntie.
Guys, here's advice. Like, okay, not really advice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like if Mumba Yachi did a trap album where like he's singing
trap.
Yeah, like
trap. Mumba Yachi.
No, not rapping. But like, are you? Do you know how like? Have you listened to the guy named RMR?
RMR.
Rumor.
No, I don't know. Never.
Okay, check out Rumor's song. I'm not going to just.
That's how his name. How do you spell his name?
RMR. That's true. That guy sings over like trap beats.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Mumba Yachi did that, bro, I'm like, he'll take over the streets, man.
The guy even has a song with Future, Lil Baby. He's catching like that.
You talk about the streets, like that guy.
Have you seen his gimmick of his? Have you seen why he's wearing a mask?
His mouth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
check it out.
Like I feel like if Mumba, like remember how he kind of.
Okay, sorry, pause. He has a song with Amber Rose.
Chill.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. He like you remember the time he did the song with Abdi?
Oh, Mumba Yachi?
Yeah.
I was about to say that song. Okay, that actually sounded good.
That song actually is kind of what resurrected him to people our age group. Like before that, people just used to know Mumba Yachi. He's a mad on that guy. Like before that,
I think he's a mad genius.
Yeah, but now he's a mad genius after that song. Because like for me, I feel like after that song, that's when he started like getting that traction.
Mm-hmm.
Although I've listened to his music a lot, like it's genius. It's genius. Because I don't understand Bemba, bro. But I pick up a few things, and it's like the songs are nice. But I feel like if you did something similar to what he did in 2015, bruh,
like a trap album, that he just
that would be crazy, bro.
Because Loki, he
will be banning that album. Anyway, we digress.
No, but still more. I just want to show you like a short clip of this video which he did at Kwela, Palulu. So I don't understand Bemba, but I just vibed to it.
The one where he was animated as a Minecraft.
No, he's like a river. He's on a boat.
Yeah, that's Minecraft.
Minecraft? No. So there's no animation here.
Yes.
He's like on a boat, and this thing looks so clean. It looks clean. Then he goes into the water.
No.
There's like a mermaid picks him up.
Where?
Yeah, you know those monsters that mommy, shashani? It's like something like that.
Malilomba.
Hey, I know, not a Lilomba, like.
What's a Lilomba? Did you see the Lilomba of a mermaid?
No, a Lilomba looks ugly compared to a mermaid.
Oh, it's a snake.
I don't even know that stuff.
Visualized by the visual puppy. Shout out to him. Like he's doing the most. But just when it's coming. I wanted you to see the babe like pop up. Like she's coming. It's like we're doing a reaction video, so he sees a babe in the water. In the water. The water.
It's Manguza.
And she's actually painting and he's just going to her.
Okay.
Moral of the story, don't go to babes in water. They dip like this. You have seen, girl? Then now they go to this place.
Wait.
Look at his face, just smiling. And the shorts though.
It's fond of these things, man. What's that, bro? What's that?
What do you mean, what's that? You know what it is. Hey,
Okay.
Some Zozo or XOXO.
Oh, snap, I clapped into the mic. Shit.
Like, okay, I love the concept for this video.
The concept is definitely tough.
I wish I understood what you're saying, but I love everything about the song.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. So, hey, we digress from Kalindula. Oh my gosh. So do you ever think like Kalindula is never going to come back, or I've just lost it completely?
I think everything it can come back if it's fused with certain genres that are happening right now. One of the reasons why I feel like some music sells more is because it appeals to a particular group of people. For example, we mentioned trap. Trap is like the happening genre for like the teens, the teenagers, and some young adults, but mostly the teenagers. So if we found a way to infuse some of that with some of the happening genres, and I feel like we can have like a more modern type of sound. I feel like Kalindula appealed to the older generations because that's part of like the emotions that, it brings certain emotions that the older generation used to go through. It's the same thing that you have with like Afrobeats, right? With Afro, there's actually like a very big difference. There's like Afrobeat and Afrobeat.
What?
Like literally, like there's a big difference. Like Afrobeats and Afrobeats. So Afrobeat.
You said the same thing just now.
Sorry, I'm trying to correct. Afrobeats and Afrobeat.
What about this one which Brenna Boy made at Afrofusion?
It's like, it's Afrofusion, so I'll explain. So, I hope I'm not misquoting this, but Afrobeat.
Now, we're going to call you out.
No,
like, hello. Mouffin, you performed. You lied to us on the podcast.
I'm not like, but you can research this.
Okay.
Afrobeat is like the original sound that basically gave birth to Afrobeat and the Afrofusion. So Afrobeat was like coined by this guy called Fela Kuti from I think Ghana or Nigeria.
I think it was Nigeria.
Yes. So it's like
guys.
yeah. So
it's not.
We need to respect the culture. We
Too
need
much.
to
Like
respect
saying
the culture.
Zambia and Zimbabwe are the same, or Zambia, Malawi are the same.
Similar, bro. Like, because this is why I say these borders were made by white owners. If I listen to a Ghanaian speak and I listen to a Nigerian speak,
and your eyes were closed.
I'm like, this is the same person.
Yeah. No, but they wouldn't feel the same. So that's why.
Because they low-key have a beef against each other.
With Jollof rice. Ask them. We don't know. I'm not
Jollof was. That's the crazy thing, though.
Yes.
Like, that's the crazy thing, though. Like, why? You guys are so the same. Why would you like fight?
Yeah.
Like how we beef with the Malawians, how they come to watch movies at our cinemas. They don't have a cinema in Longwe. They drive literally.
Malawi is basically a bigger version of Eastern Province. Like I don't.
Yep, see, just by saying that, that's actually beef.
Literally.
That's actually beef.
Dude, me, I don't like me. I'm a pro-African on. I believe Southern Africa is one country, bro. Like, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Malawi, Namibia. That's just one country, bro. Like all of it is one country. I don't believe in these borders. Yes, quite right. You need a passport to cross. You need a visa, whatever. But me, like, if it were up to me, like I would make Southern Africa one country.
True, because Africa, one country.
Imagine.
That's what Gaddafi was trying.
No, I don't
before
believe
they kill us.
Africa, the whole Africa can be one country, but I feel like we can be at least 4 to 5 countries.
Yeah, true. Because like we have very, very different cultures. Because I think there are about maybe 3,000 plus languages in Africa.
I bet it's more than that, bro.
The whole thing plus. What's more than plus?
It's important.
No, I bet like it's way more than that. Like,
Yes.
way more than because like in Nigeria alone, there's like 300 to 400 something tribes, different languages. In Zambia we have what, 72?
Yeah, 72.
And those are the ones that we just know of. I bet there's more versions.
No, we just know like 5 or 10. Do you name like the other ones?
Those that have been recorded like
Classified.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, true.
Malawi actually has like 5. Yeah, there's actually Tonga in Malawi.
There's Tonga in Malawi?
Yeah,
The Tonga is
it's a different Tonga from the one that's in Zambia. Like it's way different.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even
the Chewa in Malawi.
I was about to say that like the Chewa was also okay.
Yeah.
Because maybe we speak Nyanja here. Because I think the Chewa is just the same.
Yeah, because you find that even Nyanja is Chewa.
Yeah, but like a broken.
Nyanja is Chewa. There's nothing like that. Like it's Chewa. Nyanja is Chewa.
The pronunciations for something that's different.
You go on Google right now and just say, what is this word in Nyanja? If you cross-examine it, it's the same thing in Chewa. But the thing is, whenever you you played the game Telephone, huh? The game where
we don't play white games.
What school are you at?
So
it's not a white game. It's actually a real life game where they put 10 people in line, and then you say one word, and then you keep passing that word on. By the time it reaches to the last person, it changes.
That's Chinese whisper.
Chinese whisper?
Okay, we knew it as a different thing.
Yeah, Chinese whisper. Like the message changes. Like by the time Chiwa got to Lusaka, like it got different, bro. Like it became different.
But Google is actually saying Chewa is also known as Nyanja, so like
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. 12 million speakers.
Bantu, yes. Bantu history, same thing. So we
so
pretty much speak the same language.
Yeah.
So that's what I don't get about these guys, Nigerians and Ghanaians. So I always believe like West Africa can be one, and you know, like if we had like 5 countries, those countries would be very powerful.
That extremely
powerful. And then the presidents will be governors.
Now the beef about that, we can think of that idea. Now once you just start talking about who's going to rule or who's going to govern, and because there has to be like, no matter what, there has to be someone on top.
Yeah, but
that's why now people don't want to give away the power.
But then if you think about it this way, bro, like if democracy was truly democracy, a government is really run by the people. Well educated, like if
now the thing is that democracy is just a concept, because nowhere in the world can you say like there are more democratic countries than there are like for any other type of ruling per se. Like, but let's say every country has democracy. It's always the rich class, which are the upper class, who are ruling.
Yeah.
Whatever they want goes through. Because look at we'll go to the best country in the world, America. So they are literally.
That's up for debate, by the way.
Yeah. I was doing this. The inverted commas, the best country in the world. So this guy, one of the billionaires who went to space recently, Jeff Bezos.
No. Was it Jeff Bezos or the other guy? Or even Jeff Bezos?
Bezos also went.
One didn't tip. He didn't tip.
He did.
I think they did
the first one, then Bezos followed after.
Virgin Airlines.
Yeah.
Richard Branson. Yeah, he went.
He went first.
Yeah,
he was the one that went first. Then Bezos followed after.
Bezos was in the spaceship that's shaped like a penis.
But all spaceships are shaped like this.
No. Google.
Even missiles though.
Google the one Amazon made. The one Amazon made.
It's not Amazon. It's what's his thing called?
Tesla? No,
Tesla is Mars.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Just Google it.
Okay, no, I'm just saying Bezos Space Company.
No, just Google the space, the rocket. The rocket is shaped as a penis.
No, but I think like all rockets.
You seen it, huh?
No, but that's how all rockets are shaped.
No.
No, this is definite. That's definitely.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely.
Very much.
I have no idea
Very
why.
much. But why did they actually choose this shape?
Well,
And look at this one. That's a bottle.
Trying to penetrate the space.
I was talking to a friend of mine, like, yo, billionaires are a-holes.
No, but wait, let me just finish. This guy Bezos didn't pay tax. Like nothing, zero tax.
Why does he need to pay tax, man?
Zero tax. He's
Why
supposed to pay
does
tax.
he-
To build roads, to pay for what? Now he paid zero tax and he made like I think $11 billion that year.
Technically, he pays tax if he employs people, and those people pay employee tax.
Not really. No, not really. You only pay tax when you like make profit or like when you're profitable. So he was saying he was making losses the whole time.
Okay, that's sharp.
Kanshi, the
No,
guy.
that's sharp. I don't have anything against that. That's sharp.
So
Sharp.
beating the system is okay.
Just
And he's not giving people money.
No, it's not about not giving people. He
Not really giving the government.
He employs thousands, so he's giving people a lot of money. He's making people.
But he overworks them also.
Yeah.
He overworks them because they literally, I think that, if I'm not mistaken, they have 16-hour work days and they're only given like 5-minute breaks.
5-minute breaks.
And like slowly he's removing all the workers and just putting like he's automating it, which is good for the future but bad for people because they won't have jobs.
Do you want them to be resting or you want them to be working?
No,
But
16 hours, you just go rest for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Boy,
Man, if you're getting paid a lot, what's the average? Like,
let's see, average pay of an Amazon. Average pay
On Amazon.
of an Amazon.
and keep in mind, it's not like he's enslaving those people. You can just say, no, I'm not willing.
On some certain parts of the internet, they'll disagree. They get like 15, right? The median Amazon worker made $29,000.07 in 2020, a $159 increase from the year prior. The CEO to worker pay ratio is 58 to 1. So he makes 58 times more than that.
Because it's sharp.
Because
It's sharp. But then again, bro, like, you know, you look at what Amazon is doing. Like, okay, this is what, like, businesses, these big businesses, they're really helping people. And whenever you're running a big business, you kind of, it's like a hospital, man. Like, how many, if you know someone who's a doctor or a nurse, you know those people don't sleep. You know those people have very weird times in which they work. It's the same thing for networkers, people that run these Airtel, MTN, Zamtel. This guy that make sure that the network is up top so that people can make calls and people can do that. Those people make sacrifices. They work unusual hours so that they can make a living, even though like their pay cannot be really like say, okay, no, that's a lot of money, but they push humanity forward. And I don't really like bash billionaires or people that own these companies. Like, yo, you guys are exploiting people.
even though they're exploiting child laborers in China.
I cannot say anything about. I don't know anything about that.
But where are most of the products made is the question.
Yeah, but you would be surprised that now that labor is brought onto Africa. Like they're building.
But I think that would be good because we'll get jobs.
Nah, because
But to remove like street food.
$5 in America is it's nothing. But $5 in Malawi, bruh.
In Lilongwe.
You can do a lot of things. So and that's the reason why like most of these factories are going to be pushed in Africa because we would want to be like making money, even if it's just like
But I think that would actually be good if we actually had the infrastructure because that's what we lack mainly.
Industrial area. I've worked in industrial area before. Those guys get paid what 25, 35 kwacha per day. If you get paid 50 kwacha per day, I can think a lot of money. So, and these guys are actually happy with their lives. They go home to their wives. They make a living. So I don't bash people.
So that's 35 kwacha per day, then something at the end of the month, or
no?
Like literally after they grab, they get their money.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you want
that would be tough for me, like
if you want to work, if you want to earn more money, you can work overnight. Yeah, like it's like
okay. That's actually good. That's actually dope.
So I don't really bash these billionaires and guys that own businesses because they build society. They build the society to what it is.
So let's say, like in the future, when you become a billionaire, I'm speaking this into existence, bro. So
I receive, Papa. I receive.
Should I go deeper? Anyway, so so like let's say when you become a billionaire and you realize, let's say, like paying employees is like really, really expensive. Would you ever go for
automated stuff?
No. It's not even going there. Would you ever go for prison labor? Because that's like way cheaper.
Yes.
You would?
Yeah.
Bro. So you
like what's wrong with prison labor?
So you wouldn't want to support like the hardworking man who's got like maybe 7 children in the streets? You just go for cheap prison labor.
I'm all about, I'm a designer, right? So designers really hate these new apps that are coming out like Canva, Fiverr, and these other websites that help people design logos and design flyers and things like that at a very cheap rate. But the thing that you can do in order for you to be different from that and able to charge a premium price
is to hire prisoners.
No, not even that. Like is to be able to differentiate yourself from Fiverr and Canva. Because what I can do, Canva can't do. What I can do, Fiverr can't do. And that's for me to employ someone and say, okay, this person can do this, and that. If you are a bricklayer and then you build a wall fence that's bent, and then I hire a prisoner for half the price and then they build it properly, of course I'm going to choose the prisoner.
With that logic, yes, that actually does make sense.
Yeah, and then if you're a prisoner and build a wall fence that's bent, and then I hire a person who's at least even twice as much, and then they build a straight wall fence, of course I'll choose the person that will build the straight wall fence. So it's quality over how much I'm paying. Because at the end of the day, if you're running a business, you're looking at profit, yes, but at the same time, you're looking at the value to create in society. It's not always about cutting costs, and it's not always about making a profit sometimes, you know. But yeah, that's my view.
Okay, I saw like a pop-up advert here. I don't know that I saw it. Did you see it?
No.
It was like for a certain, I won't mention the name of the party, but it just popped up and it said minimum prices went from 250 kwacha to 127. So, I'm like,
It is.
It was for this party here, you can see it. Now it was saying that.
That must be nice. Must be nice.
It must be nice one day to believe such things. But anyway, we've reached the point of our podcast where giving a shout out to everyone.
Some shout ups.
Shout out. So it's just part of the podcast. So I'm just going to say who's doing right this week for you. Who are you feeding this week? Who do you think is doing the most? I don't know whether it's a company, an individual, a business owner, what? Anyone. Who do you think is doing right this week for you?
That's a very good question.
So there's no one who's cutting for you, but just work things.
Oh yes, I've just remembered. Anne-Marie. She's like
Who?
Anne-Marie. She's a musician from England. She just released her album called Therapy. She's outdone herself, and like I just feel like I'm in love with that woman.
Oh my God.
I'm in love with her music.
Oh my God! Now I have to see like a picture of her so they just see.
Yeah.
Marie, if she's a breaker.
Wow, she's a breaker.
Oh my goodness! I was like,
God is good, guys. God is good. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Her eyes.
Yeah, it's the eyes.
This is
And
love.
the voice. I promise you,
I need to hear
if you hear her voice.
Wait, why is she wearing like this? She's like gay or something? Or she's supporting these.
She's supporting.
She's propagating.
She's definitely supporting and propagating those. But yeah.
But this is still more love at first discovery. Why does she look like Cardi B, like a white version of her? Oh, that's Doja Cat.
Yeah, they did a song together.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But I love her music and I love her
I mean,
style.
that's how every like American female artist is like a hybrid of Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Like everyone.
She like put the blueprints and everyone has to just copy.
Yeah, she's tough.
Yeah.
Too much. I don't know why she hasn't won a Grammy yet.
She hasn't won a Grammy yet.
She hasn't won. Cardi B won the Grammy for best hip hop album. When what's his name dropped? Is it Kendrick dropped?
Yeah.
Pusha T dropped and J Cole dropped. Cardi B won best hip hop album.
Quality.
Wait.
Dude,
No.
Cardi B is easy to control, man. Cardi B is easy to control, bro. Like,
That's why.
yeah, like you can easily control Cardi B.
Yeah.
So it's
No, I was actually shocked when I saw her in the Fast Night. She was there like there was this scene where
Yeah. I saw the movie. It was so weird.
I was just
you guys have
crazy.
seen the movie?
Yeah.
Cinemas?
Yeah. Oh, I saw it in the cinema.
That's that I downloaded
Of
it.
course, nice. Good for you.
Wasted the torrent, man. It was useless. That movie is like a continuation of Hobbs and Shaw, man.
Literally.
I didn't finish Hobbs and Shaw. It was very childish, man.
Same, exactly the same, man. Don't watch Fast 9.
Bro, me, I don't watch movies. Like, I find myself not enjoying a movie. The first 20 minutes, I'm not watching it. Like, I'm burning brain cells. Yeah. Every 5 minutes you watch TV or you watch something from the screen, you burn like 10,000 brain cells.
Except the podcast. Here you gain brain cells.
Did you know that? Like, so like, I can't be watching Hobbs and Shaw and then like,
It's not teaching you anything.
yeah. Anyway, going to Anne-Marie.
But
Yeah, so that's she dropped her album, and like I think so far I love pretty much like 80% of the entire album. I don't feel she's disappointed me. She's actually
pretty,
so, yeah, her music's pretty. But yes, definitely she's doing it for me. She's doing it right.
okay,
Yeah.
so that's who's doing right for
Yeah.
DJ Mouffin this
That's
week.
right.
Then quickly, would you rather? Would you rather?
The questions. Oh my gosh.
Would you rather
Ready.
give up social media or eat the same meal for the rest of your life? And that meal is like Inshima and Lumanda. No, not even Lumanda. Lumanda is actually nice. Let's say Inshima and Bingwala, the caterpillars. Or give up social media.
I would give up social media.
You give up social media.
I would give up. Wait,
Wow.
no, wait. So either you give up social media or you eat the same meal.
Yeah, for the rest of your life.
I'd give up social media. I would absolutely give up social media.
Bro,
I
what did you do?
eat.
Would you rather give up social media or eat Shima and Umanda for the rest of Shima and Kwela for the rest of your life?
Of course, I would give up. So, I've lived in a time where I never had a Facebook name or an Instagram name, so it's okay, it's fine. I know how those times are. They were fun.
So fun, huh?
Yeah.
You enjoy the outdoors more.
Me, I like food even though my stomach doesn't cooperate with a lot of foods that I eat. But there's no way I'm going to eat the same meal. I hate routine for too. Like I just hate
Even
routine.
if it's the best meal.
Okay, but let's say if it was like an actual, like cutting you like a platter. I guess
It's like
still.
Okay.
I don't know.
So would you rather lose all of the money you've earned this year or lose all of the memories you have earned this year or gained this year?
First of all, I don't have money. So there's nothing to lose. But yes, there's really nothing to lose. But